Aloha aina, and welcome to Free Hawaii TV, a part of the Free Hawaii Broadcasting Network. I'm Ehu Keikahu Cardwell with the Kiwani Foundation, reporting to you live from New York City at the United Nations for the 6th Annual Permanent Forum on Indigenous Issues. Well, we're at the end of week 1 and about to start week 2, and lots has happened. So to find out what occurred in week 1, what got accomplished, let's go to Kaopua Fife, fellow Kiwani Foundation Director. Kai, take it away and tell us what's going on.
Aloha ehu, and welcome once again, everyone. My name is Kaopua Fife. We're now inside on the property of the United Nations, and you can see behind us one of the icons that totally represents somewhat about what the United Nations is about. We wanted to give you a quick recap about what transpired during this initial opening week here at the United Nations Permanent Forum on Indigenous Issues. It started off with a bang with the Permanent Forum, the officers of the Permanent Forum, essentially pleading with the General Assembly to pass the draft document on the rights of Indigenous people. It's been quite a point of contention. Which brings up a little correction that we have to make about some of the information that we shared with you on Friday. I think we reported that there were about 1,000 Indigenous representatives here. We have since found out that the total really is 2,500. And one of the primary reasons that there are so many representatives here this year as opposed to previously is because of the draft document Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People. This is a major issue. This is something that has been developing for decades and decades, and we're so close to getting it passed. And there is a little bit of opposition that, of course, originally came out of the United States, Canada, Australia. Now it appears that some of the South African states are now coming out in opposition. So we have our work cut out to try to get this draft declaration accepted and passed and onto the General Assembly. That's why a lot of people are here who would normally not be here. Additionally, as we mentioned on Saturday, there's a reorganization going on, and the Working Group on Indigenous Populations, which normally gets together in Geneva, is now in limbo, as we mentioned. So a lot of the people who normally would have been at the Working Group in Geneva are here once again also to support a positive reorganization and also to promote the Declaration for Indigenous Rights. Throughout the week, of course, there were some terrific interventions or presentations. One of the great collective interventions that was presented by Millie Lundy Trask on Friday on behalf of the Global Indigenous Caucus was promoting to our official members of the Permanent Forum to put forth their recommendation to the General Assembly that in the absence of the Working Group on Indigenous Populations expert witnesses being in effect any longer, in essence they may be totally out of existence, that we're looking for a recommendation to the General Assembly to reconstitute that body along with new Indigenous experts to carry on the work of some of the outstanding rapporteurs that have participated in the past to help promote and to help promote solutions, resolutions to some of the Indigenous issues that we're all facing today. Coming up this week, we have some more great topics on the agenda. We personally, Kiwani Foundation, are currently drafting a statement on the status in the Pacific region and the impact that urbanization of Indigenous people and the various forms of migration that are caused by, the dominant governments on our Indigenous groups. We're going to be drafting a collective statement, writing from the perspective of Hawaii, of course, Australia. We're looking for input from Aotearoa and from anyone else within the collective Pacific Caucasus area. So that's what we're jamming on right now. We'll be presenting that tomorrow, and we'll give you a little input on that probably in our report tomorrow. Right now, I'm going to hand you back to Ehu, and we look forward to speaking with you throughout this week from the United Nations here in New York City. I'm Kaopua Fife. Thanks very much. Back to you, Ehu.
Mahalo Kaiopua. Well, we have lots of exciting things going on this coming week coming up, and lots of interesting people to interview and talk to. So stay tuned right here on Free Hawaii TV. I'm Ehukekahu Cardwell with the Kewaunee Foundation, reporting to you live from New York City at the 6th Annual Permanent Forum on Indigenous Issues on Free Hawaii TV, a part of the Free Hawaii Broadcasting Network.